Hello, this is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, November 10th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly swing trade ideas video where we bring you stocks based on a variety of technical criteria, all of which we're going to break down for you in just a moment. And as always, these videos are sponsored by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We love to curate our long ideas from stocks on their stock lists, and you can get access to those stock lists with a link in the description of this video. Check them out. In today's video, I figured it's been a little bit of time since we have taken a look at some consolidation stocks that are moving sideways that have the potential to break out. Or maybe you're an options trader and you like to sell iron condors or neutral strategies around consolidating stocks. There's lots of ways you can play these types of names. I try and not bring too much judgment to any of these names. I'm going to present some stocks that might be better on the long side or on the short side, but they are all names that are hitting some of our consolidation scans. And let's jump right in. So the first one is SolarEdge SEDG. And this is coming from a scan that we've developed that looks for short-term consolidation. So it's only looking back over the past really handful of days in this one. So it's looking probably more at this zone right in here. So you can see it had this loud day back on the 3rd of November, and it's just been chop, 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 basically all 5 of these sessions inside of this day here from the 3rd. So it's picking this up, and when I zoom out and I just look at the location here, it's occurring at an interesting spot. So we had this nice kind of surge back up to these prior highs. Now it's starting to tighten up and consolidate. So if I were looking for bullish opportunity, bullish exposure, looking to be long this market, especially if I like the solar space in general, which has been pretty hot recently, then I'd be paying attention to SEDG here. If this can start to resolve over 355, 368, depending on how you want to measure that, you could be using the old highs here at 378. Obviously, I'll leave the strategy and execution to you, but this is a nice tightly wound name here as it sits back up towards these prior highs. You can take a look at this on a weekly chart as well, and you can see it's getting back up here and starting to lift out of this nice consolidation that it's been in all year long. So SEDG, that is hitting our ultimate consolidation scan. That's the short-term scan on the ultimate consolidation. You can find more about that on our website. You can get it to TC2000 if you head to our website and check it out there. Next up is MAXR. So this one here is also on our short-term consolidation. You get this very similar situation going on here. You can see that we had this loud day on the 4th, and now the stock has been essentially consolidating sideways within this, kind of winding up and, potentially looking for a move outside of this range. Now, this one is much different because you can see here that this has been in a longer term downtrend for the better part of basically this year. And with the move that it saw on the 4th of November, it's trying to break this downtrend. So it was up 18% just 5 days ago, and now it's consolidating. So again, this one's powerful. If it can hang in here, hold this open gap, and then break out to the upside, you might finally get this longer term trend reversal at play. So that's our number 2. Let's look at some names that maybe aren't so hot in terms of their trend location. And this is Lightspeed, LSPD. And you can see this one here is just the opposite. This one gapped down large, about 28% on the 4th. I believe this was earnings. And this has been now consolidating extremely tight in here. And it looks like it wants to make a move lower here. Looks like it wants to roll over. Now, of course, if you're shorting this after it's had a pretty big move, you might be a little bit late to the party. But if you're scalping on maybe an intraday basis, or you're looking for a 1 or 2 day drop, if it starts to close at these new lows, then there's some tactical opportunities here. Of course, shorting stocks are uniquely difficult, especially in a uptrend market like we are seeing right now. So buyer beware, or seller beware here. But LSPD, nice consolidation going on also hitting our short-term consolidation scan. Last but not least, on the short side, MGNI. So this one here, again, going to look very similar. Had this nice gap down on the 4th. It's down about 16%, and it's just been meandering sideways here, trying to make up its mind, trading mostly from, within this range. And once again, if we zoom out here, this one looks much more dangerous. This looks much more, potentially actionable if this really starts to roll over here, because this consolidated from May to November in this range, holding this 2420 support, and now it looks like it's trying to roll over from here. So MGNI looks like a potential short breakdown candidate. Take a look at that one if that's your cup of tea. Now, let's take a look at some longer term names. Let's look at something that's been consolidating for a much broader period of time. This is HSIC. This is in the healthcare space. And look at this beautiful consolidation that has been taking place here from May. It's nice and orderly. It's sideways. It's tight from 74 to about 82. It doesn't look at this moment like it's ready to resolve this just yet. We have seen some upticks in volume coming in recently, but I'd just be watching this range very broadly here and looking to play maybe a breakout. Again, if you like it in the middle of the range here for some neutral option strategies, that can work too. But HSIC, that is hitting our longer term ultimate consolidation scan. Let's look at another long one here is GVA. So this one's an industrial name. This is Granite Construction. And again, you can see just this nice orderly consolidation that has been in place here since March of this year. Lots of fuel in the tank. It's nice and coiled, and it is now kind of bumping its head against the top end of this range. Good volume been coming in recently, so keep an eye on this one. It's not quite an all-time high for this particular name, but it certainly has been in a intermediate term uptrend. Nice consolidation going on here and could turn into a nice continuation pattern. Last but not least is a familiar name is DIS, Disney. So this has been consolidating as well since really all of this year, since the beginning of this year, and this got a little more of a downward slope to it, but more recently, it's really been finding this comfort between, let's call it 168, the upper 160s, all the way up to about 185 or so. And again, no real resolve just yet. It's still moving sideways here, but it's a name that's hitting our ultimate consolidation scan. And it's something, again, worth paying attention to if you like this name, to watch for those breakouts and those opportunities to a transition to a trend when that occurs. So that is what I have for today, a handful of different consolidation scans. Again, you can get these for TC2000 if that's your charting platform. Check them out on our website. And don't forget IBD's links. Curate your stocks. Take a look at their stock list with a link in this description of this video. So that's it for me. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're looking at. Any of these names seem interesting to you or on your watch list. Love to hear from everyone. Hope you're doing well out there. Thanks so much. Every Wednesday, trade ideas just like this. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us at The Trade Risk. We'll see you back here later this week for some more market analysis.